Hello everyone, it's Lachlan, the National Brand Ambassador of the Scotch Malt Whisky Society in Australia, here for our Whisky Knowledge episode on Japanese whiskey. Now, today, I really want to dive into everyone's excitement around Japanese whiskey. I mean, there's such a deep history, even though it's only 100 years young, and I really want to explore why we are so excited about Japanese whiskey. Let's go back to the basics, right? So Japanese whiskey, like I said, they've only been making it for 100 years. It starts in 1923 with two gents, Masataka Taketsuru and Shinjiro Tori. Now, they built a distillery together between Osaka and Kyoto. That was the Yamazaki distillery. Now, they built that, one being a very entrepreneurial kind of person, one having whiskey knowledge, been living in Scotland for about 3 to 4 years. And they teamed up together to build this distillery, although they did have a falling out later on. Shinjiro Tori wanted to try and create a Japanese style of whiskey for the Japanese palate. So if you think about the Japanese palate, it's very soft, subtle, gentle flavors. Whereas Taketsuru wanted his whiskey to be rich and bold and embody the whiskies that he fell in love with in Scotland, like Longmorn, then defunct, closed Hazelburn distillery. He wanted to kind of recreate those. Over that period of time, they did fall out, and then Taketsuru went on to build the Yoichi distillery in the 30s, right? And this is the foundation of Japanese whiskey. It starts to grow. We have other brands come in, and companies like Mars building in the 50s and 60s. We have Mercian and a few others as well. But in 2008, we start to see a development, we start to see an evolution. 2008 embodies two things, which is the Japanese whiskey expanding into the Western market, which is Yoichi winning World's Best Single Malt in 2008 at the World Whisky Awards in London with their 1987 single vintage. Very first time a country outside of Scotland had won that award. And then also the Chichibu distillery building themselves from Ichiro Okudo, building his own distillery to celebrate his grandfather's legacy. And that was kind of the rebirth of the Japanese whiskey industry. And since then, we've now got 30 Japanese whiskey distilleries, actually no, closer to 45 I actually think, and we're going up to 100, estimated 100 distilleries making whiskey in Japan by 2030, which is absolutely massive expansion. Because of that, we now also have all this incredible Japanese single malt available to us. It is the perfect time to be alive to be drinking Japanese whiskey, and for us as the Scotch Malt Whisky Society, it is the perfect time to be excited about Japanese whiskey and be a member of the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. So if you aren't a member already, this is the year for it, because we do have some whiskey on the horizon from new Japanese whiskey distilleries. Anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at any time. But hopefully I'll see you at an event. Slancheva. Cheers.